I ended up eating a lot of mutant lard. Anyone know when the effects will wear off? I know not many people here. So mutant meat and mutant things. I'm assuming your issue is with the toxins. So if you don't know, mutant meat and whatnot contain toxins. It is especially toxic to eat fat because fat stores more of those toxins than meat does. So if you're going to eat some mutant anything, I would recommend you eat mutant meat and not mutant lard. The actual effects shouldn't, I don't think, are more than a couple of days unless I actually don't know. I actually don't know how long they last. I'm sorry. But yeah, highly recommend you don't eat mutant fat. It is highly toxic. In fact, we'll look in the debug menu. Well, it shouldn't disable until after I spawn the item. But yes, we can disable achievements. It's fine. If we look at mutant meat, for instance, chunk of mutant meat, you'll see the toxins are 25%. If I look at mutant fat, 360%. This is significant. I ate a lot. It's been weeks and it's still falling down. That's horrible. I wouldn't have expected it to last that long. Mutant lard, 180%. Why are you so I hate to do this to you. Why are you eating tons of mutant lard? Maybe if you weren't min-maxing, you would not be in that situation. Zahorn. I'm sorry, I can't say your name. Hi. It says hi. Hello. Ants. You were eating ants. I mean, I would just recommend not eating those things. Let's re-enable our achievements. Achievements enabled. How are we doing on achievements? Do we have any cool achievements? Let's scroll down. I wish it would display, so here's my input. I wish it would display your completed achievements at the top or have a separate tab for completed achievements. That way I don't have to scroll down every time I want to see what I've completed. We killed 100 monsters, killed 10 monsters, killed 1 monster, and we woke up 1 day later. So really not anything exciting that we've done. Most of them are connected to skills, for sure, is the majority. Let's reach the bottom minimum Z. Okay. And maximum Z level. We've been up 6. Oh, for the radio tower. That's right. Anyway, let's not focus on that. Yeah, man, don't eat tons of mutant lard. I mean, I saw a lot of people complain when mutant meat was added because mutant animals have always been a source of food for players. The easiest source of food, in fact, like ants, for example, were really good for gathering just tons of meat. And that changed when they added mutant meat. And now I hear people who eat mutant lard, and I just don't really understand. That boomer might actually draw some enemies to us. I don't really understand why people, like Vormithrax does it too, where he just doesn't eat for a long time and then he'll eat a bunch of fat. Why? I don't understand. I don't get that mindset. Like, just eat like a normal dude. You would not be happy if you jammed a bunch of fat into your gob. Don't eat sticks of butter, basically. But yeah, avoidance is like the number one thing you can do. I don't know unfortunately, once you've done it, I don't know how you actually cleanse your body of that. I imagine you could probably debug it. Player NPCs, yes, please, with the achievements. Obviously, this would be cheating, but you could probably debug it somewhere. Stamina, morale, pain, health, hit points. Actually, I don't know. Actually, I don't see anything about vitamins. Needs. You can see it. I don't think you can adjust it. Calcium. Oh, you can set it. So can you set your mutant needs? Yeah, toxins. So you could potentially debug it. It is going to take a long time for you to process that out of your body. I don't know how long. You can keep track of it by checking in the debug menu. And then worst case scenario, you can debug it if you're into that sort of thing. So that is a possibility. Jack says, need to sleep. Have a nice stream and see you next time. Thanks for the support, even if you don't watch Swedish videos. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disparage the Swedish people. I will definitely check out your stuff next time. Thanks for being here, Jack, and I'm glad you're having fun streaming. So have a nice night. Let's re-enable our achievements here. Great. Just push a little bit further towards the gun shop. Clothing, no. Laundromat, no. I mean, we could duck in the laundromat really quick and grab a laundry basket so that we could get a lot of plastic chunks. Let's try to go in the back. Feral human throws a rock. Who throws rocks, bro? What's wrong with you? Super terrible. You could put my eye out. Crowbar is like really good. We'll take the crowbar for sure. And nothing else. Great. Oh, we don't have space for a crowbar because it's a crowbar. Oh, that's a bummer. That's a bummer. I don't have a belt or anything I can put this on. I really want the crowbar. Let's dispose of the tonfa. Oh, we can't fit the tonfa either. Achievement completed. Excuse me. We actually get pop-ups from achievements now, so that's pretty cool. Achievement completed. Freeman's favorite. Wield a crowbar. Yeah, I don't want to wield the crowbar, though. I just sort of want... Can't fit the tonfa or the crowbar into my inventory. How small is a freaking backpack? It's a backpack. I should be able to stuff a tonfa in a backpack. Where's it say the biggest? Nothing you can wield. Max item length 15 inches. I don't understand that though. It's a backpack. A foot and a half. You're saying this backpack is a foot and 3 inches long? That is ridiculously small. I know that these things have been getting new lengths and stuff set up, but a lot of these bags have just absurdly small item lengths that they can accommodate. I've never seen a backpack that's only 15 inches deep, so I don't get that at all, and that's frustrating. What tile set and sound pack are you using? I'm using the Altica tile set, which comes with the game now, so you can go to graphics and try out Altica. And then my sound pack is chest hole. I'm not sure if there's any no, just chest hole. The only reason I use chest hole is because the heartbeat sound when I'm losing stamina is very loud, so I know when I'm losing stamina. That's the only reason I use chest hole. Most people recommend using the ATS tile set or whatever it's coag or whatever it's called. Let's pry in the back door here. And we're just going to unfortunately leave this crowbar behind because once again we're getting screwed by item length. So we're going to drop the crowbar and keep our tonfa. I could put it in the wheelbarrow, but honestly, if I can't carry it on me, what's the point? And it's a crowbar. I just don't understand why a backpack is so small. Definitely frustrating. Just like we saw that quote-unquote huge duffel bag that actually is not huge at all. So we're just looking for a wash basket in here somewhere. Anything? Yeah, here's one. Take the laundry basket. It's very good. It's one of the best things you can get for plastic chunks because they dissect into a huge number of plastic chunks. We are still wielding the tonfa. We don't want to wear the laundry basket. I just did that for transport. Yeah, we want to drop that. Drop the laundry basket. And then get into a fight here. Oh, lot of enemies. Why are you all... Did I trigger an alarm that I just didn't hear when I pried this open? Long stuff will not fit. Hate carrying rifles now need a special bag for that. Yeah, they added a huge duffel bag to the game. I'm just, did I set off an alarm? There's a lot of enemies here. Let's, back into a corner. Because they'll come at us in small numbers this way. And not all come at once. We should have fought outside of the doorway. That way we had a chance at closing the door. To regain our stamina and things. This will be okay. Pop next door, get our stamina back, pop out, deal with the remainder. We've killed most of them at this point. Couple left. Maybe it was the boomer that exploded was enough to draw this attention, or maybe I set off an alarm when I entered the laundromat and I just didn't hear it. There was a top zombie around here somewhere too. I don't know where you got to. Let's hole up here. I'm gonna take a drink while I wait for my stamina. That sound pack is cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one with vehicle sounds, right? People really like that one. I'm a stubborn dude. What can I say? I don't like change, so I've been sticking with chest hole's been around forever. It's just the one I have been it's just the one I have. I don't know. Yeah, I would recommend ATS or Coag or whatever it's called. And I would highly recommend Ultica as a tile set, so you should definitely check that out. Looks like that actually was all of them. I guess we killed the tough zombie when I wasn't looking. What are you? Decayed zombie can see to your current location. Okay, let's haul the crowbar and the wash basket. Ignore. Ignore. And now we'll fight this guy and the decayed zombie. There's the tough zombie. As soon as I let my guard down, of course. And we're just gonna, again, take the beating. We really don't care. We have a lot of health. We're perfectly fine. So check out. Ooh, 20 shotgun slugs is pretty good. Take that. Take the cash card, I guess. And it looks pretty clear. Let's haul up here. Ignore. They're pretty far away. Ignore. In fact, let's not haul all the way up there. It'd be better to bring this down. That way we're not stuttering while we haul items. And we'll shove the crowbar in there and the laundry basket. Unfortunately, the laundry basket is, yeah, taking up most of that. So let's actually take that out. And we will butcher it because the plastic chunks will be smaller than only 10. I thought it was much higher than that. For the sheer amount of volume that wash basket had, we should have got way more than 10 plastic chunks. Let me find another one. If we can find another one. No, it's all like washers and stuff. Yeah, there's no other wash basket. But that volume was enormous. Why did that only convert to like 10? It only converted to like 2.5 liters worth of plastic when it was like a 40 liter whatever. It doesn't matter. Probably balance or something. I don't know. Put them in the wheelbarrow. What do we got in chat? Feral humans drop a lot of fire axes. Would like it if they just had pipes. They actually, there are 3 variants, if I remember right, of the feral humans. One of them is the crowbar. One of them is the fire axe, and I have no idea what the other one was. So they have 3 variants of... Just keep an eye on these spiders as we move here. They have multiple variants of ferals. It probably would make sense that they would have lower tier weapons for like balance reasons. Would make more sense. But they are still human-ish, so they're able to have some, concept of like good and bad ideas. So it kind of makes sense to me that they might pick a weapon that's actually halfway decent. The third one holds a pipe. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's 3 variants, and then they added it so that they actually drop what they're wielding, which I really like, because there are certain enemies in the game that say they're wearing something, and then when you kill them, they don't have it, and it pisses you off. So I really like that they actually drop what they're supposed to have. Rottweiler swimmer zombie. Okay, it's a zombie in a bikini. Classic. I'm not going to shame you, hon. You can wear whatever you want. I mean, I personally would not walk down the street in a bikini, but, it is what it is. God, calling her hon is so condescending. Anyway, they open doors too. Yes. Yes, that's one of their main selling points. I really like, I still don't fully understand the feral humans. I've had it explained to me multiple times, but I am a very dumb man. So I still don't fully understand what their deal is, but I think they're interesting. And having some more intelligent creatures in Cataclysm interests me. So them being able to open doors and actually hold weapons and things, I like that a lot. Sometimes people bring up like zombies using tools. I don't like that idea, but I like the idea of feral humans holding weapons and using tools. That makes sense to me. So, and I kind of think that's the direction that they're supposed to be going, but we'll see how it shakes out as that continues to progress. I imagine in the future we're going to get quite a lot more feral related stuff. Although again, everything's kind of on hold for 0.f. So we'll see where it goes. Not yet zombified zombies controlled by the blob. Basically, the brain has been taken over. See, this is where I'm confused. So they're not zombies, which I'm like 100% that's correct. They're specifically called humans for a reason. Controlled by the blob, I don't think that that's correct. I think that they're just psychotic because the blob is destroying their ability to be human. So are they actually controlled by the blob? Or are they still functioning on their own? It's just that their brains have been like severely damaged so that they don't think and behave like a normal human anymore. So like that's kind of where I struggle a little bit with the lore. I don't really know the exact ins and outs. And I even had people on Discord explain, like literally the people who implemented these things have talked to me and been like, "Hey, do this, it means this." And I'm like, I don't know, I just didn't retain any of the information they told me. So I try not to talk about ferals because I feel like I'm dumb and I'm going to show off that I don't know what I'm talking about. So, and then blob psychosis, and we talk about all the players infected, and there's a whole discussion about what that means, and I don't really know. Wow, the Storm is like the best 9mm gun in my opinion. It's just a really nice 9mm rifle. So we definitely want that. Can I make a strap really quick? Probably. I would have to go back to another building. Let's just take it with us. Take the Storm. Everything else can stay? Yes, everything else can stay. Let's unload this radio for a battery. And let's haul that Storm to the wheelbarrow, which we will put in the wheelbarrow. Storm, and we can drop some of our other junk in here as well. We don't need to carry all this with us. Energy drinks, delicious. I will probably go after the stream and get a energy drink coffee from the dollar store. That has become my post-stream ritual. Because I like coffee drinks. I like coffee-flavored drinks. I don't like coffee. I like coffee-flavored beverages. Specifically from the Monster Company, which they just are basically way sugary, is basically the gist of that. But it's sugar and caffeine, and I like sugar and I like caffeine. So, was that a scalpel I saw? It was. Definitely take a scalpel when you see one. Locked door, locked door. Don't really want to go in there because it's kind of bright and exposed to the street. Bathrooms. I haven't been in a doctor's office in a long time. Pair of scissors. Roof access. Ooh, exterior door. No thank you. A blood draw kit. Neat, but I don't think we'll ever use it. Stethoscope. 100% take that. Oxygen oxygen pack can stay. We'll take the gauze as well. And we're gonna lockpick in here, which I'm assuming is like the medicine closets. So see if we can get access to this. Stumps your efforts. Yeah, we're not very good at actually, we are pretty good at lockpicking. That's right. Oh, and I'm damaging all of them instead of using the already damaged ones. Zombie spotted. Yeah, where would you be? Oh, all the way out the north. I was going to say I'm not exposed to the road anywhere where I would have to stop, but ignore. Stumps my efforts. But I have a 3 in lockpicking. Come on. Man, and lockpicking goes up slow, huh? All that and I only got 3%. Okay, this is not fun. I wish there was an option where I could just basically push lockpick and it would continue lockpicking until I ran out of tools or I saw an enemy, so it would prompt me and say, hey, would you like to stop lockpicking? I wish I could just hit activate, lockpick, door, and it would just continually go until I succeeded or lost my tools or whatever. Would be nice quality of life, because this crap is super boring. There, we opened it, and we're probably just going to get some garbage. Cough syrup and aspirin. Ah, completely reasonable that you would lock up cough syrup and aspirin. That's so super dangerous. Lots of people willing to steal that. So I'm glad you locked your doors. Oh, goodness. If we run out of picks, we're just gonna go grab the crowbar, I think. Let's kill the enemies that are out here, that are lingering about. And then we will just go in there and crowbar the door, because who cares? I don't know what these tiles are, unfortunately. What are you? Decayed zombie, okay. And a tough zombie again. We saw that boomer earlier, and I didn't recognize it as a boomer until I was already fighting it. Till it like vomited at me. Another zombie coming. Hello, swimmer. In your bikini. Let's fight it out. I would not fight in a bikini either, to be honest. I feel like I would be very exposed, and that would make me feel very self-conscious, and I wouldn't want to fight in it. I remember being a kid. This is a little dark. I remember being a kid in school where they talked about, we don't need to go into detail, but they were executing people, and they were teaching us this in history class, that people were executed and how they marched them naked in the desert. And I said to my teacher, like, he said something like, people don't fight when they're naked. And I said to my teacher, why wouldn't you fight? Because you're naked, like, you would fight. And he explained to me as a child, like, oh, it's really, like, humiliating. You feel very vulnerable when you're naked, especially in a public place like that, in the desert, in the sunlight, where there's, like, you know, body parts that normally don't get sunlight, and you're very uncomfortable, and it what's the word? Not dehumanizes. I don't know. I can't think of the word. But it, like, makes you less likely to do something. And I would not fight naked, I think. I had a D&D character that fought naked. He was a gnome berserker. Can't remember his name off the top of my head. But he was a gnome berserker, and he had learned, this is a D&D story, he had learned to berserk from like actual barbarians, like really tough, you know, the larger races, like you know, like not dwarves. What are the other like common barbarian? It doesn't matter. He learned from like proper barbarians how to be a barbarian, and the guy he learned from told him that being naked, like, basically makes you way more scary if you're coming at people while you're naked. So I had a D&D character who was a gnome berserker who would strip off his clothes before he went into battle to scare the enemy. And I just thought that was so funny when I was young, to have this tiny, old-looking gnome man come charging out with a big axe while naked. So I don't know. But I'm pretty sure if I were naked, I would not want to fight people either. Or in a bikini, or even in my underpants. I don't think I could do it. Just because I do think it is inherently makes you feel vulnerable. And, yeah, and would make me afraid to do so. So here we see... I hate when I see this. Like, this is just disappointing. Once again, we have a park here. I swear to God, one of these weekends, I'm going to go in and make a PR where I remove like 90% of the monster density from the parks. And I'm just going to put it in, and maybe they'll merge it. I don't know. Because when I see a park like this, literally just what we're seeing, this little corner, we're not even seeing the whole park, just this little corner. 9, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49. So in this one little corner of the park, we see 49 enemies. I say this every time we see a park in Cataclysm. This shit is ridiculous. I don't know who made this. It's a terrible decision. I'm going to go in one of these days and just wipe out all the park enemies, because this is ridiculous. Why would there be 50 kids that died in a park? I struggle to even understand who implemented this, how you thought this was a good idea. This drives me crazy. And then God help you if you find out, you know, your town has like 3 parks in close proximity. In fact, here's another one. Super frustrating. I hate this. So now we're not really going to be able to get into the gun store because there's a damn park here with probably about 70 enemies in it. And it just is ridiculous. Let's refocus. I don't want to get super angry. I'm just sorry. It makes me angry when I come across a park and it's like that. From history, it's interesting to see how some historians now think Vikings used to consume certain mushrooms to go berserk. Wish you had shot a rocket in there. I mean, I guess it would be good for like grenades and stuff, but honestly, I'm just frustrated that this even exists. Like, it makes me super salty. We came all the way over here. We spent the last like 15 minutes migrating over here to get in this gun shop. Now we can't, because if we set off an alarm even for a second in here, we're going to get like 70 enemies coming down and descending upon us. And I get, like Cataclysm doesn't need to have risk reward. It doesn't have to be even. I think I'm going to sneeze. Oh, I lost it. I wasn't able to sneeze. Anyway, it's like it doesn't have to be risk reward. There are definitely going to be locations that have more enemies and less loot, but a park is literally zero reward. People would not be there. They would not die in a park. They would not reanimate in a park. And even if they did, there wouldn't be like 60 kids alone in a park to die together. It just really annoys me. It's clear to me that somebody at some point was like, oh, it's a park. Let's just put a bunch of dead kids there because it's like a playground and it'll be fun. It's like, no, it's real dumb. Let's transfer all money here. Drop all this. Sorry, it makes me really upset when I see that. And I know I complain about it in every single playthrough, but I think it's one of the few areas of Cataclysm where I'm like completely right and there's no excuse for it. This thing doesn't have a... Okay, there is a back door, but it would expose us to the park to get to it. So we really are just going to leave. We're not going to get into the gun store. So that's a huge bust. That's really unfortunate.